Hello and welcome to another video where I look at Dead Man's Hand from Great Escape Games and the general purpose wagon and the unhitched wagon that you can purchase. Basically this is an unboxing of this particular product, the general purpose wagon, and because I'm holding my iPhone in one hand, and unboxing would be difficult, I've cheated and unboxed it already. And this is what you get inside. You get a sprue there. I don't know if you can see that because there's quite a lot going on in the background. That's better. Let's move that out of the way. There's a sprue there which contains the parts for the wagon. Now this is also the unhitched wagon that you can buy. So basically this sprue on its own will make, got one built here already, will make that wagon unhitched, no horses, no drivers, and it's open at the back. So that sprue makes the unhitched wagon. And if you look at the pieces there, it's really nice actually. I'll just show you the underside of the wagon so that you can sort of see how it fits together. We've got the front of the wagon there, which somewhere you've got the extra bit there that you glue on. That's obviously where the horses are attached. You've got the smaller wheels, which incidentally, it's the smaller wheels that you also get on the street scatter, which I did in my previous video. You get one small wagon wheel there, and that is obviously the front wheel. So you get two large for the rear of the wagon, two small for the front. You get the various bits for the seat and the back. You get the wagon sides and the base of the wagon. They're all glued together. The instructions are very similar to the instructions that you get with the buildings. It's all nice and clear. The bits that they're talking about, the parts are actually labelled. So on the sprue, I don't know if it will pick that up under this lighting on the camera, but the parts do have letters there, A, C, P, etc., which helps when you're trying to identify the various axle bits. But anyway, there we are. So great set of instructions for building up the wagon. And then obviously if you're buying the general purpose wagon, you get the horses and you get a selection of tops for the wagon. I think the back of the box shows quite nicely. You can have the canvas cover, you can do it open with the cart drivers, or you can have just the hoops and no canvas. So that's the general purpose wagon. And the sprue on its own, which is also available on its own, gives you the unhitched wagon. So if we look at the second sprue that comes in the general purpose wagon, you will see two halves of a canvas top that basically give you that. You've also got 4 hoops on the sprue at either corner, and they allow you to build that. There are the horses that come in 2 halves. I don't think you can swap the halves round because of the tail, the way the tail's attached to one half. So that goes with that horse, and then the head and the tail on the other half that goes with that horse. I did actually try when I first bought it, but basically you've got 2 poses with all the gear on there. Now obviously I haven't glued the horses to the wagons yet because I will be painting those. So I've just dropped those in so you can get an idea for what the finished thing will look like, but I won't be gluing that together until I'm actually ready to paint the whole thing. So those are the two wagons that I bought that were, the two wagons that I bought that were general purpose wagons, because I've got the two sets of horses, the two wagons, I've got the two canvas backs as well. I've just brought one there, but I'll just show you, I haven't actually glued that one to it. So that's what those two halves from the sprue build. So left half, right half. So, and if you can see underneath that there, that actually that it's designed so it can just drop onto the sort of back of any of those wagons. So I will be leaving that separate even when it's painted up. So I've got some flexibility. And the last thing I want to look at in this is the driver. Now that's the male driver with two heads. I don't know if you can see that very well under this light. They're actually quite nice, those heads. You've got the legs, torso and arms. And then if we flip the sprue around, we've got the female companion with the skirt, the legs, the torso, the arms, and again, two sets of heads, one of which has a ponytail. And I think if you look at the back there, you can see the hole there in which the ponytail is glued. So that's it really. It's a simple kit. Takes a bit of time to put together because you've got to build the cart from all those component parts. But follow the instructions, do it carefully, and what you get is really nice. I love it. And I will actually be using these carts, not just in Dead Man's Hand, but obviously 28mm American Civil War, Plains Indians Wars. I think the cart itself might even be acceptable for English Civil War, Napoleonics. Probably you can come as far forward as the Second World War, bearing in mind that a lot of the German army in particular, even though we see documentaries about the tanks and the fantastic sort of mechanical equipment that they were using, most of the German army for most of the war relied on the horse and cart. And I think that cart would work for that. And also I'm actually working on converting it's still a bit wet, this. I'm just prepping this. So this is a haystack that I sculpted as a piece of scenery. It's been cast in resin and I've actually been modifying it to see if I can get it to slot over the seat and there. And I think even as a hay cart, definitely that would look good on a Napoleonic wargaming table, maybe even the English Civil War. I don't even know if you could go back as far as the War of the Roses with that, or whether the design of the cart is too modern, but I think that looks really cool. So not only great for Dead Man's Hand, but also good for other 28mm games as well. So I'm converting the resin hay stack that I sculpted there to fit on the back of that. And again, it'll be just something I can lift off and slot on when I need it. And the last thing I want to show you is the driver and passenger. Now I've just blue tacked these two onto a crate from the scatter just to show you. So this is the male and the female using one of the two available header options. So on the male, I've used the kind of American Civil War style military cap. I know it has a particular name, but I can't remember it right now. And the female on that one has the ponytail or plait glued to the back of her head. So that's one set there. And the other one, which is on the cart, again, I've blue tacked these in place just until I'm ready to paint everything. The other female head was wearing a bonnet, which you can see there. I'm hoping it's focusing okay. And the male, I rather like this one. He's got quite a nice hat with a slightly rounded top to it there. Now, I bought 2 of these carts initially. Obviously, the one I'm unboxing is cart number 3. Just show you the box again there. So I bought 2 of those. I've now got 3, but the 2 that I bought allowed me to build both options for the drivers and passengers using both head options, and left me with spare heads. So I've used one of the spare heads on this chap, who is part of my magnificent Sven gang or faction. So I've just put him on that bottle there so you can have a good look. I just love that head and that hat. The gang itself, I was trying to kit the male members out. I think even I've got female there wearing bowler hats, or Sven himself is in a top hat. So this chap here kind of fits that look, and so that's why I used the that head from the general purpose wagon. And then another figure that I created that I haven't actually got holding any weapons, in case I decide to use him as just a bystander or a civilian or whatever, but he's got a more kind of, I don't know, US cavalry or military kind of feel about him. He has got a gun to his side in the holster there, but that is the other head from the male general purpose wagon driver. So yeah, that was just a quick video really, and I think I've already shown in other videos, but I'll just pull that across again. You know, you get lots of barrels and things, so I will be continuing to experiment with everything. The crates, yeah, trunks, you name it. There's lots of options there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting these painted. I'll get that finished as well. I've still got to green stuff the hay round the bottom so it's a slightly better fit. But that's just curing at the moment, the first sort of layer that I've put down as a scaffold for the rest of the detail. But when that's finished, I'll do a quick video to show that as well, and probably a painting video for it. I'm more or less nearing the end of all the videos that I want to do before I start getting the paints out. The next video that I want to do is for the plastic figures. So that will be my next video, but for now, and after taking a quick look at the general purpose wagon, that's it for this video. I hope you found that useful. Thanks very much for watching. Please hit the like button, and if you're not already subscribed, follow my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you later in the next video. Thanks very much.